My mark. Brand yourself. Leverage yourself. Monetize yourself. Make your mark online with My Mark.
Hello, this is Dano Ibarra, General Manager at My Mark. My Mark, professionally branding you. Today we're talking about setting up your eStore to sell a product. Now there's multiple ways you can set up your eStore, but today specifically we're talking about you have a product you'd like to sell, something physical that will be shipped to the customer, or with a slight variant, something electronic like an ebook. But first let's talk about your My Mark eStore, how you make money with your eStore. Well, you can sell a primary product. You can sell accessories to products that perhaps someone has come in, a custom dress has been fitted at your store, and then you want to sell accessories on your eStore. You can also sell gift certificates and sell ebooks there. Your store can promote your company or your service in multiple ways. You can create an exciting landing page or a promotional page. It's kind of like a data sheet. Or you can not. You can simply link directly to your company website or link to an existing eStore. There's multiple ways to use your eStore. And one of the interesting things that I've run across is someone was using it to promote some contests they had. So it's a very flexible place that you can use any way that will best serve your needs and your company. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, do you want to sell a product or simply link to another site? Our training today, it's all about selling a product, so that decision is sell a product. Before you start, there's a couple things you need to do. And if you don't know how to do these, we have other training series that can teach you how to do this. But the first thing is make sure your PayPal account is set up and grab the code. It's under Merchant Services, and you create a Buy Now button. And the button looks, there's several formats for it, but it can look like the one you see here that says PayPal with Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. The second thing you need to do is place the images, anything that's going on your landing page, your brochure, in your Flickr account. Now, this is not the photos of your product that will go on the thumbnails and other places, but rather, let's say your company logo, for example, would be a perfect thing to put on your Flickr account. Place the photos of your product itself on your local computer ready to upload, and then gather your pricing, shipping, and tax information, because obviously you'll need all of this as you complete this process, and be ready with your product short description and long description. So for many of these, I've already done this work, and they're sitting in other files sitting on my desktop right now. And this is my site. This is where all the action is for Dano Ibarra. And you can see I have my profile pictures, my biography, my media, and then I have my blog area where I locate all my blogs. And down below that, I have my eStore, which is what we'll be talking about today. And of course, I have the Get Social with Me, my latest video I put out, and then My Mark uses this area for advertising, and in the very near future for lead capture. But this is the area we're focused on today, your store. Now, I have one product up there already. It's a ReadyNet home plug adapter pair for $99. You can see that this is a very short description here. Home plug to Ethernet adapters, 200 megabits per second, a pair. Here's a product photo. And here's my Buy Now button from PayPal. And then here's more info where I can go to my actual product brochure. So you can see my brochure where I have my product photos here on the left, but I talked about the images that go up on Flickr. So here's the company logo. Here's a couple other nice little images just to help break up the page and make it look nicer. And you can see how I put some features here. I put some product specifications. I then put some technical information here on how the LEDs work and the power and the Ethernet links. So you can see how I built out a nice brochure. And of course, at the bottom, I have my pricing. And how to purchase the product. Someone comes here, they simply click on the buy now, it takes them right into my PayPal account. So that's what it's going to look like when we are all finished. I'm going to add a new product today, something that's not on my website, and it will show up right here. So you can see how you can place 3 products across, and if you have more products, this window gets a little bigger and even can scroll, so those products will show up underneath. Later you can go back and reorganize which one shows up first, second, third. So with that in mind, let's jump into to the project here. So I'll type in my username, my password, and I'll log into my account. So now we're in my dashboard, and in my dashboard you'll see over here I can work on my blog. That's another tutorial. Setup wizard, I've already set my account up, so that's finished. I can do a quick microblog here, or I can work on my store. And of course what we're doing today is working on my store. So we'll go in here. Now I can edit an existing product, reorder the products, determines how they show up in the store. I can delete a product, but for us today we're going to add a new product. So I click on there, and the first step in the wizard, we present a nice wizard that makes it real easy. Talks about the 4 simple steps to do it: your basic product information, your descriptive information, your product behavior, and we'll talk about that when we get there, and then uploading your images. So let's simply click on next. So let's start off with my product title. The ReadyNet Wireless HD Wireless Router. Now I can choose a category here, and this is a computer hardware. So the price, now this price is not a numeric field. You can put anything in here you want. In my case, I'm going to specify that this is US pricing, and then I'll put my $sign, and the price is $49. Now with this, keep in mind that you can type anything you want. If you want to put quantities, quality, you can put all kinds of information here. This is not the place where your PayPal account grabs the actual price to charge the user. That happens over in the PayPal side. So this is just a text field. So I can do next. Now I'm at my descriptive information. So with descriptive information, what I want to do first is put in my short description, even though that is what shows up second. But let's just start here, and I will enter my short description, and I'm going to change this from 5 to 4. Now my tags. What are tags? Tags are the same as keywords. I shouldn't say the same, but they're similar to keywords. And with no more explanation than that, I would say put your keywords and anything specific to your product here. So I've entered several: network adapters, business network, home network, power line, PLC, some of the acronyms, plus home networking, wireless router, Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi spelled 2 different ways. What I want to do is put in my long description. So I have my long description in here, and I'll do a little formatting. So it's a wireless 802.11n BGN. It's fully configurable router with security, and it has 5 fast Ethernet ports. It's been designed with you in mind. ReadyNet solutions offer high-speed performance with simple installation and easy setup. For tips and tricks using Wi-Fi routers, please visit my blog on my website, danoibarra.com. Now, one key thing, when you put in web addresses, include the http://. That makes sure that it's a full web address and they won't accidentally be redirected to the wrong place. Now, the other thing you do when you enter a web address is you want to make sure that it shows up as a link and as an active link. In this case, I want my link here to actually be the same thing as my link. But I could select another word like Wi-Fi routers and make it link in the same way I'm going to show you. Up here, there is a link tool. You can see you have multiple tools up here. And what we want to do is create a link. And we're actually going to use that same URL. But again, like I say, you can enter anything here. You can enter a URL, but you can attach it to any word you want. So now I've entered the URL. I can enter tags and anchors and titles, but I'm going to leave all of that blank for now because I just really want a simple link. So now you can see how the link has changed colors. So that's an important aspect on how to make sure that your links work proper and are visual so you can see that it's an actual link. Now what I'd like to do is add my logo. So I'll make a space up here for my logo, and I will click on the images to add an image. Now, previous to this, I've gone to my Flickr account and picked up my image that I want to use. And this happens to be the company logo for ReadyNet. So I can enter that right here. And if I want to put a description, I can, or a title. But you notice immediately the image showed up. That means that I've actually found the right image, and I can simply click Insert. So now I have my logo at the top of my page. Now I'd like to emphasize the wireless 802.11n, so I can simply bold it. And in fact, I can select these and make these bullet points. So let's do that. So I have bullets here. And I have the ability to select everything and choose a different font family, for example. Let's say I'd like it to be in the book Antigua. And I can change the font size of all of this. Let's say I choose a 18-point font. So apparently that was already selected, so I can choose something larger as well. Now, once you have this information entered, this is what your landing page or your selling sheet will look like. So very simple in our case. We have our short description, our tags, our more detailed information, and you can see there's a variety of formatting options up here. And with that, we're going to say, let's move to the next step. We are finished with our landing page. What behavior do you want the users to have once they get there? So, you want them to visit another website? In other words, when I click on what I see on my profile page, do you immediately want to go to another website? In our case, we don't. We'd actually like them to go to the landing page. Also, we'd like to use a PayPal button so that we can actually sell it through our PayPal account. Now, if you had another e-commerce site set up, that's where you would say, go to another website. Now, down here you can see where we need to paste a URL. That's if we're going to another website, or the code from PayPal. So I have my PayPal code over here that I generated. And basically, as I talked about before, this is where you create your PayPal button in your PayPal account. So I'll insert that information there, and we'll go on to the next. And let's definitely save our progress at this point. Now we can upload the photos or images of our product. And notice it's JPEG. And I will go here and find my photos. They are in my demo folder. And we can see here that I have this JPEG, but actually I'd like to have the product first. So I will open that product, and I can give it a short description here. Notice it was yellow and then turned green. The green means it's ready to go. So here I can type my Wi-Fi router, and I can save it. So my first photo's here. Now, if I decide, I don't really want that one, I simply click the button and delete the photo. However, I like that one. So we will go on and now choose a second photo to upload. And you can upload as many photos as you want. In my case, I'm going to upload a network diagram as my second photo. So I will upload that. Notice it's yellow. Now it's green, so that means the photo's ready to go. And I can type in my short description, home network design, and save that. So now my photos are uploaded and I have completed my wizard. So I can go back to editing if I want at this point, or I can simply close the box and we can go take a look at what we've created here. So let's view my profile. So here's my profile, and let's scroll down to my store. And as you can see, we've now created a new product. Here's the short description, ReadyNet HD wireless router. Here's the price I entered, US $49. Wi-Fi router with 4 10100 Ethernet ports. Can buy now. And before we buy, let's say I'd like to get more information. This is the landing page we created. So we can take a look and you can see where the logo that we inserted is here, and that came from my Flickr account. The description, you can see the bolding, you can see the typeface choice, you can see the bullets we created, and then the price shows up as well as the buy button, the buy now button that we created and brought over from PayPal. And then we entered 2 images. Here's the first and here's the second. Let's scroll down. And so you notice you can continue to add more images down this side of your product. Maybe you want multiple views of the product. Would have been nice to have a back view of my wireless router, for example. Also notice the title. Remember, I gave each image a title. Well, here's where that title shows up. So you can get a good idea that of how this all works. And of course, whether I choose this buy now button or the one from the store, it takes me now over to my PayPal account, where I now have my order summary. You can see my description here. The price, now this is the price that's entered in PayPal for the product. Notice I'd also entered shipping and handling. One of the options in PayPal is to allow someone to select a different quantity. So for example here, let's type in 2, and then we'll update that. Now over here, my user, of course, this is someone looking to purchase my product. They can log into their PayPal account and purchase it using PayPal, or they can simply enter their credit card information and pay with a credit card. So you can see how all of this information is here for their credit card. And then review and continue. So a very nice shopping cart, all ready to go from PayPal, and it's also secure. And this is critical. Your customers can be assured that this entire shopping cart and checkout process is from PayPal and it's using secure payments. That's the experience your users will have when you set up your store using MyMark's eStore and be able to showcase your products. In a separate training, we will walk through how you would set up a service here, as well as how to set up and sell your ebooks or any electronic product that doesn't have a physical shipment attached to it. This has been Dano Ibarra training on setting up your eStore to sell a product. Remember, MyMark, professionally branding you.
The one thing your competitor will never have is you. Make your mark today with MyMark.